LeBron and Luka will see their first playoff action together against young superstar Anthony Edwards. Meanwhile, the other LA team starts the first round on the road against the Nuggets. Kawhi Leonard and James Harden have hit their stride in the past few weeks. They hope to end reigning MVP Nikola Jokic's postseason early. So the Lakers and Clippers finished with the same record but closed the season differently. The Clippers won 17 of their last 20, while the Lakers, they went 10-10 during that stretch. So stat-wise, the Lakers ranked in the top half offensively, while the Clippers finished top 3 in defense. Shay, which LA team should the West fear more?
The Lakers. Which team has Luka, LeBron, and AR? And when you look at Luka Doncic, he has the second highest scoring average in postseason in NBA history, right behind a guy named Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And I know you love him, Stephen A. And you got a guy that's number 3 or 4 in playoff scoring average in GOAT James. So just imagine, let's just say for the sake of argument, and that's what we do occasionally, Stephen A. We argue here on First Take. And what if I were to tell you that your third best player on most nights might be GOAT James? A man that has 42,000 points, a man that's been to 10 NBA finals. I'm telling you, as I sit here before you in the congregation, and I'm letting everybody know that the third best player on a given night might be GOAT James. What you gonna do with that? Y'all know AR got a bag. He's gotten better and better and better every single year. I defy anybody to tell me that he has not. And we know what Luka did. You saw when he went back to Houston. You saw what when he went back to Dallas. You saw what he did to the Rockets. And I know, and what you call him, had to throw him out that game. We had some for OKC because when they threw him out, we had the lead. I don't care what you thought, Shannon. It was still 7 minutes to go in the ball game. We had the lead in your building. Now, you remember just the night before we dropped them by 27. You remember that, right, Stephen A? So for me, and I know Kawhi's playing well. Congratulations, he seems healthy, he's playing well. James Harden should be an all-NBA selection. But if you asking me, it ain't even close. It ain't even close. Well, let me take that back, guys. Before I turn over to you, Stephen A. Marcus, it's close. It's close like LA to San Francisco. They're in the same state, but you ain't really trying to walk, are you? That's what I thought. Go ahead. Look at them.
Go ahead, Eminem.
Hey,
Marcus,
I'm going to take this one over. Hey,
Yeah.
and I've been on the Lakers bandwagon for a while now since they got Luka, but I'm going to go with the Clippers, man. Like, we've been talking about Kawhi, we've been talking about Luka, we've been talking about King, right? But James Harden has turned this year around. He's so much more fluent. He's getting everybody involved. He's scoring the ball. He is the system, right? Remember he said that earlier this year. He is the system. He's back to his stuff. Yeah. He's on the platform. He's on that. He's on in that light, which I know personally because that's my guy. That he wants to be there. That's when he performs at his best. He has the ball in his hand. He has a coach that believes in him. He's the guy on the floor. He's the point guard. He's the scorer. And listen, Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, that combination has really worked. Those guys were really good friends off the court. And to be honest, I think James Harden was supposed to be a Clipper, right? And now he gets a chance to show you why he's back in L.A. He's at home. He's playing in front of his hometown. Listen, they're going to have a problem with James Harden and having a guy like Tyronn Lue coaching this guy and giving him so much more confidence, getting him in his spots. He's been playing really well. In the game that they really needed to close the season out, he almost had a 40-point triple-double, right? This is a really good player. These are 2 Hall of Fame guys, and I'm going to go with James Harden and the Clippers.
Well, here's the deal. Shannon is right. The answer to this question is the Lakers. He just left out the biggest reason why. Biggest reason why is because the Clippers win their first round series against Denver. Who they got after that? They got OKC. You see, so it's really easy for Shannon to chirp about the Los Angeles Lakers because he knows that particular roadblock isn't expected to be as formidable. The fact is that if the Lakers win their first round series, which I believe they will against Minnesota, the likelihood is that they'd have Houston if Houston is fortunate enough to get past Golden State. If you're playing Houston, what have people been saying about Houston? What have you said about Houston, Eminem? They're athletic, they're gifted, they're well coached. We get all of that, but they're young and they really, and who's that guy that's going to be the Mr. Bucket for you definitively? You're basically winning by committee offensively as opposed to having that go-to guy, which obviously the Lakers don't have a problem with. They got 2 go-to guys and a third coming up the rear in AR. That's something special. He's just getting better and better and better. And let us not negate the exceptional coaching job that J.J. Redick has done and his staff. So we got to take that into consideration as well. But in the end, what it comes down to is that Shannon's able to stick out his chest because the one team that's expected to be standing in Los Angeles way they don't have to see it all unless they get to the conference finals. And that's what he's really, really leaving out. Because if they had to run into OKC a bit earlier, we'd be having a different discussion. Shannon would still say the things that he said on a Monday, and then we'd have an APB out for him by the following week because we wouldn't be able to find him because he'd be hiding in the studios of Club Shay Shay or somewhere else because his leg is at 5. Prognostication will certainly not come to fruition. That's what that is about.
Whoa! If what Marcus is saying is true about the Clippers, they shouldn't even worry about the OKC Thunder. That should be the least of their concern. But they better deal with Yoke, the man that almost averaged a 30-point triple-double. He was top 3 in points, top 3 in rebounds, top 3 in assists, top 3 in steals. Nobody in the history of the game has ever finished top 3 in all those categories. So y'all worry about the Nuggets because y'all know what happened last time the Nuggets and the Clippers played, right? I don't want to bring that up. That's painful. It's painful for me to even talk about it. I don't even know why I brought that. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't even know why I brought that up, Stephen A. I should have kept that between me and the fence post. I'm sorry. But we got Kobe of the Ozarks. He's our second or third best player on every given night. Who is going to stop Luka? Jaden McDaniels? You going to put Ant-Man on him? I just want to know who y'all going to put on him. Because now you got to if you put your best defender on Luka, that means your second and third best options go to GOAT, James, and AR. And we going to eat. We don't mind eating.
I don't like you bringing that.
It don't matter. Hey, Timberwolves, Team Wolf, Lakers in 5.
So the Knicks will face off against the up-and-coming Pistons in the first round. Detroit won the season series 3-1, but the Knicks have home court advantage and the playoff experience with Jalen Brunson putting up historic postseason numbers a year ago. Stephen A., what's acceptable for the Knicks in this postseason?
Acceptable is a trip to the second round against the Boston Celtics. Nothing short of that. Anything less than that is unacceptable, and the Knicks are in trouble. By the way, when Shannon was talking about alluding to the 2 players that's gone, that's Paul George and Russell Westbrook, just so everybody knows. But here's the deal. Back to the Knicks. I'm very worried about them. I'm picking them, but I'm worried about them in this series. This kid, Cade Cunningham, is something special. He averages over 30 against the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks record against Cleveland, Boston, and Detroit this year is 1-11. 1-11. That is not good. That is not good. Add in the Oklahoma City Thunder, that's 1-13. Add in the Lakers, it's 1-15. I mean, this is not good. This is not good. And I know this. I'm not gonna be absent or devoid of objectivity, Shannon. Okay, I get it. And this is the thing that bothers me. That's right, that's you. Yeah, ain't gonna Knicks in 5. I can't say that. I'm going with the New York Knicks. I'm picking them to win this series. But I think this is a couple of things that need to be said. Number one, the New York Knicks are not the team that they were last year. Hartenstein, DiVincenzo, even though Julius Randle was not healthy and could not participate in the playoffs, their culture, what they lived on, that grit is not there. Are they more talented? I think so, offensively, but the grit is gone. And so because of that, it's going to be called upon for Karl Anthony Towns to step up and to show that he's made. We know he can score the ball, but he's going to have to show what he's made of. Number 2, Jalen Brunson. This brother's special, but in the same breath, and we know what he's done in the postseason for the New York Knicks. But now he got that brother Cade Cunningham to go up against. And you got to match this brother because he's coming. He's coming. There's no way around this. And so I think that if you're the New York Knicks, right now we're looking at Coach Tom Thibodeau. And I'm not saying it should happen. I don't think he should be gone. I think he's an outstanding coach. He knows basketball. He demands hard-nosed play. And he gets it on most occasions. But he may be a scapegoat if the New York Knicks get bounced out in the first round. You know, he's not the one that traded 5 picks, including 4 unprotected first-round picks, to the Brooklyn Nets for Mikal Bridges. That was Leon Rose. But who's to say that they're not going to look at Tom Thibodeau, particularly if depth isn't used, because you didn't cultivate those cats to be on the court to spell for your starters. Mikal Bridges, of all people, an Iron Man, was complaining during the season about the starters' enormity of minutes, and the fact that the bench wasn't getting it. All of these things are things to watch out for. So the Knicks need to win this series. Make no mistake about it.
I want to hear from the former Knick. Where are you on all this?
First, I got to shout out the Detroit Pistons with J.B. Bickerstaff and that staff has done this year and getting them to the 6th seed, right? Like, that was super impressive. He has those young guys playing. I think they will challenge the Knicks. I think it's going to be a dogfight. The deciding factor is this, and this, you know, this might go over a couple people's heads, but it's extremely tough to go into the Garden during the playoff time. I don't know if the Detroit Pistons are ready for that, right? I don't know if they're seasoned enough to be able to go in there. I think they will fight hard. I think Cade Cunningham is a hell of a player, and they got a lot of other young guys that's going to bring that toughness, right? J.B. Bickerstaff is, you know, a seasoned coach. I think it will be a really good season, but I mean, it's hard as hell to play in the Garden during, you know, and that's a shout out to the Knicks because I love playing my time here, but I think that'll be the deciding factor is the home court advantage, and I think that the Knicks will, you know, work their way through and they get this one.
Jay?
Well, Indy had an easy time doing it because they went their Game 7 last year and won the game, but that's neither here nor there.
Stop it.
I think the one thing that might help you. Come on. All I'm saying. The only thing that might help you guys is Jalen Brunson missed time because we know the problem that they have is because Tibbs grind them down in the regular season. Even the Iron Man, who had never complained about anything, it was complaining about, bro, can you not play me 45 minutes a night? And so that might be an issue. But to give up those picks for Mikal Bridges and lose a lot of your depth, I didn't understand that. Mikal Bridges is a phenomenal player. But I'm not giving up that. You gave up as many draft picks for Mikal Bridges as Phoenix gave up for Kevin Durant. And we know that's not a comparable trade. So I'm just going to sit back, enjoy my time, watch my team go. You know what? I think I'm going to go to the game on Saturday night. I think I need to be there to cheer on old Luka because he ain't seen me in attendance. So I might go just watch him his first game as a Laker, watch him go drop by 50. That's what I might do.
Why don't you come so they'll lose? They'll lose. The rare trip that you make to L.A., you come up, you'll show up sitting courtside, and they'll lose. How about that? Why don't you jinx them? Why don't you do that? Do that.
All right, we're out on that.
The hostility.
Hey, go to the game. Go to the game. They need your good energy.